Nobody wins when the family feels. But my
I need a law firm. I see 12 in the mirror from the hit me a U-turn. How the bells, how I'ma catch me a new toy. 30 balls in the trap with the burger ball. 5 perks in my body, I'm pissed. I used to fuck with Sauce, but he always on some weed. So who got it on that check? You switch seats, nigga. Yeah, the bullet was for you, pussy. You switch seats over there, nigga. Yeah, nigga. Come and do some slide, nigga. Understand though, when a nigga wanna be NBA young boy that bad, see, first you wanted to be me. You was my first son. You was one of my first children. Then the nigga wanted to be NBA young boy so bad, you start calling yourself Lil Top, change your whole shit to 4E. Give me another dropping them, and I know we with all the slide. I got too many. These niggas can't fuck with me, man. These niggas not fucking with your ears, man. I only been home 30 days. 30 motherfucking days. I've been home a month. Been putting on these bitch ass niggas 7 days straight.
Fort Worth police, they tell us the person that they believe shot and killed another man on West 7th is in custody. Police tell us 29-year-old Carlov Palmer, seen here, turned himself in tonight. He's being charged with murder. The department believes Palmer got into a fight with 29-year-old Bryson Rogers Saturday night, and Rogers was killed. Fort Worth PD says it's been focusing on improving safety in West 7th since a TCU student was killed there just last fall.
Those who were down there that night also were victimized by this incident. People who are just out looking to enjoy a evening with their friends or family, and their sense of security is shattered by a violent event.
Why they saying fight? From my understanding, they ain't even get to fight. Fam, we about to discuss this one. We all know this new generation not fighting. From my understanding, it wasn't even no fight. I don't even know why the news said that. We're going to discuss it all. But we know a man could be a cold sucker. But when it comes to a female, and you doing that in front of a female, that man might flash out. And this won't be the first. And it definitely won't be the last. Let's get right to it. This not the first rapper we saying that was gunned down after a fight. Or attempting to fight. Most people would think of King Von, may he rest in peace. Gunned down after trying to fight another local rapper from Georgia, Quando Rondo. But today we're going to Texas. Last week a Texas rapper was gunned down in the enemy territory, which we'll later discuss as well. But it seemed it may have been over a female. But with lack of detail, we must cover everything that's public. So before we go over this one, remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to jump right to it. Texas is home to many people in the hip-hop industry. Some powerful like Jay Prince, all the way down to local rappers, even media influencers like Say Cheese. And I can go on and on and on. But today we're talking about another local rapper from Texas. Might not be as known as the people we just mentioned, but he associates himself with some heavy hitters from Texas. One is Sauce Walker, a very, very known figure coming out of Texas. It seemed one of his artists was gunned down after an altercation in Fort Worth, Texas. Which he have his own rap label called TSF. A part of that label was another artist, Bryson Rogers, aka Breadloaf B. He got a couple music videos out as well. One with Sauce Walker with over 100,000 views and counting. Sauce Loaf, check it out.
Love chain on my neck, that bitch cost a car. Serving it.
He also got tracks with himself, and tracks like Walk Baby, released 11 months ago.
Walk baby, trail to walk made me walk crazy. Ran out of pills in the drink and I'm agitated.
A couple days ago, a 29-year-old man had turned himself in after a Fort Worth police obtained a search warrant for his arrest. It was in the shooting of Bryson Rogers, who we just mentioned, 29 years old. It happened in the West 7th Entertainment District Saturday, according to police. The suspect was identified as Carlov Palmer. He turned himself into Tarrant County Jail on Monday after he shot and killed Rogers during a fight stemming from a personal dispute. But in fact, it wasn't. Now, Palmer obtained an attorney with law office in Gill and Brissett and said in a news release that they will be conducting their own investigation into the context surrounding the shooting. Carlov turned himself in to the Tarrant County Sheriff's in order to expedite the investigation. The attorney said in a news release, "Until all the facts are in, we ask that Carlov's presumption of innocence be observed and that judgment be withheld." But see, this is how it all went down, fam. Rogers was shot multiple times in the chest around 10 p.m. It was Saturday, the 2900 block of Crockett Street. The shooting, which police results from a fight between him and Palmer, sent the area into chaos. Police were on the scene within a minute, and paramedics was close behind. Paramedics were seen applying band-aids to Rogers' chest and side before performing CPR, then informing a woman who know Rogers that they were taking him to an area hospital. Rogers died at the hospital. May he rest in peace, and level condolences to his family. But the police announced Monday afternoon that the investigation had obtained a warrant for Palmer's arrest. At the news conference, they confirmed that Roger and Palmer knew each other, though they didn't say how. Multiple witnesses at the scene had told investigators that a woman knew Rogers was able to identify Palmer by name when asked by officers. When talking to police, they said they couldn't remember the name, but remembered the initials, KP. Court records indicate that this isn't Palmer's first arrest. He was sentenced to 6 months in prison in 2017 after he pled guilty to unlawful carrying a weapon in weapons-free zone near an elementary school. He also pled guilty to tampering with government records, a felony. At the same time, according to court records, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison on those charges. Jail records indicate Palmer's bond on the murder charge has not been set yet. For Fort Worth police had quoted, "We'll see if any other charges are added in the next days, including possible charges of felony and unlawful possession of a firearm."
Police records describe how an argument between two men led to one shooting the other in a popular entertainment district of Fort Worth. Fox 4's Deion Anglin has the update on this murder investigation. Deion.
Hi there, Clarice. Well, details from the weekend fatal shooting outline a dispute over a relationship. It also tells the story of how the violence played out with people recording it on their cell phones.
5 shots were fired from a 9mm gun, killing 29-year-old Bryson Rogers. The violence stemming from a heated argument that played out Saturday night on busy Crockett Street in the West 7th Street Entertainment District. All while several people recorded the mayhem with their cell phones. The details in the murder warrant affidavit for 29-year-old Karlov Palmer Jr. outline a dispute over a relationship. The court document is heavily redacted, protecting the identity of witnesses. It notes Rogers and his roommate were out with their 2 female dates when Palmer confronted one person in the group to express that he did not like a relationship between 2 unnamed people. During the back and forth, Bryson made a movement like he was slapping someone, which made Karlov yell, "Come slap me." It goes on to say Karlov Palmer crossed the street and approached the group again. Bryson finally slipped off his slides, handed his phone to someone as if to agree to fight Karlov. As Bryson handed the person his phone, Karlov shot at Bryson approximately 5 times. One brief argument with no other physical violence or weapons that police say led to murder.
So if there is something that we can do better, my promise is that I will push the city to make sure that we're doing so.
It is a sad and frustrating issue for City Councilwoman Elizabeth Beck, who represents the district that includes the West 7th Street District. The latest violence and developments have prompted more discussion about its safety enforcement. Beck says stepped-up patrols, an open container ban, an upcoming ambassador program, and an outside study underway are some steps taken thus far.
We can't control who goes down there. We can't control the nature of the bars or restaurants per se, but we can make sure that we're doing our part, whether that's additional lighting, if that's a design change that we make. We're looking to see how we can best accommodate our entertainment districts.
Now, earlier, police would not say specifically how they identified Palmer. The affidavit points out there were witnesses who recorded part of the shooting, as well as Palmer running from the scene to a vehicle. And the license plate on that vehicle connected police to him. That's the very latest live. Clarice, back to you.
Deion.
So let's point out a couple things from that news clip. They had a dispute over unnamed people. That don't mean it was over females. Unnamed. And we want to make sure we highlight they was with female companions. Being embarrassed and in front of a female takes it up a notch. Let's just say that, right? We all can agree. Another thing, they knew each other. Of course, we mentioned, even though the news didn't say, according to the affidavit, the female who was with the deceased has said they knew each other, and she pointed him out by name. Definitely could say they well acquainted that the female know the name. Another thing, fam, could it be self-defense? Telling a man, come slap me, he will approach you, we're in Texas, open conceal, then I shoot you. You let me know in the comments. He was shot 5 times. Now, because it's an unnamed person, that could be a boy or a girl. Based on public facts, we do know whose label he under, Sauce Walker, has been having public beef with another local rapper who just managed to come home recently within the last couple of months that's from that side of town, Fort Worth, Texas. The rapper we're referencing to right now is Yayo. A couple years back, him and Sauce Walker had some beef before Yayo went to prison. Sauce Walker made a diss track called Ho Yayo with over 4 million views and counting.
With your gun, nigga, how's you a step? I got a new Ed finna get my little bro the Beretta.
It seemed Yayo would respond in a diss track called No Quits, where he mentioned Sauce Walker and saying he used to, but he turned into an iconic bar from Gucci Mane, The Truth.
The boy just talking, he ain't really on no beef shit. I used to fuck with Sauce, but he always on some weak shit.
And they even had some words for each other. Went on live, talked about it. Sauce Walker even pulled up to where he said he was from. But it seems the beef had died down until Yayo had came home, making tracks, and recently built up some antics after going live a couple days ago and saying this.
I can't even put no pill to me. I'm talking small. Just at 12 on my end. Gang.
Hold on, man. Hold on. No motherfucking yap, man. These niggas can't fuck with me, man. These niggas not fucking. These niggas not fucking with you, man. I only been home 30 days. 30 motherfucking days. I been home a month. Been putting on these bitch 7 days straight. Nigga, I got these niggas buying fake birds trying to keep up with your users, man. I'm trying to chill, man. Don't turn me up, man. Don't turn me up. Slack business, murder gang, money gang, 4E, the biggest. Yeah, nigga. No, yeah, you see this shit. 4E everywhere. 20 Oak Grove, yeah. Know where that's at. Big nigga, Little Vegas.
Now we all know, when dealing with quote unquote street politics, associating yourself with somebody who's not quite loved on that end and being on that end could possibly cause problems. And I'm not saying that's the case. I'm just saying, with the authorities not saying who did a man had the nerve to make a commotion about having a relationship with someone. I mean, it wouldn't be over a female, I would assume. And they was already with females. So now, knowing all we know, he could possibly lost his life just by associating himself with someone and being in that territory. That's how the streets work at times. But we also know it could be for anything. I just figure, if I'm gonna talk about it, why not present all the public facts? Fam, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one. This was the story of a Texas rapper who was gunned down over an altercation about who he associate with in front of his girl. Talk to me in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And today, I'll catch you guys on the next one.